Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers.
Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another Transformers review. Today we're taking a look at a Takara Tomy figure, and it's a Transformers Cloud Decepticon Shockwave. So I've been looking at some of the Cloud figures for a while. The Rodimus Prime one looks kind of interesting. They've got Shockwave here, and they've got a few other ones. There's Starscream, Megatron. Megatron doesn't look too bad. Starscream, I don't know about. But I really like the idea of using Whirl as a Shockwave, so I went ahead and picked this guy up. Let's go ahead and start out by looking at the packaging. Alright, so here we have Shockwave in the packaging. It's a very different style box than what I was really kind of expecting, but that's not a bad thing. Now, I got this from Robot Kingdom. Big Bad Toy Store was sold out. TF Source was sold out, so I ended up going to Robot Kingdom and paid, I think it was $70-some plus about $20-some to ship it. Because it came from overseas. So it was around, I think it was $101 total to get this figure from overseas. And yeah, I got mixed feelings about that. But I did get the figure, and I've been wanting it, so that's pretty cool. Now, the other nice thing that Robot Kingdom did, they didn't have to do this, was they put in some collector's cards, trading cards for Dark of the Moon. So that was kind of nice of them. I'm sure they just had them laying around, but for $100, it was nice to get an extra little surprise in the package. So that was pretty cool. Thank you guys. I do appreciate that. And then he also comes with a comic book, which is pretty cool. It's got the Transformers Cloud with some really cool Japanese, and it says Guardians of Time, Takara Tomy logo. We got this really awesome looking picture of Shockwave just choking the tar out of Rodimus there, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's a little mini comic. There's not much in there. I love the Beast Wars and the Power Prime. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, just kind of there's Starscream, Rodimus, of course Shockwave's all through it, and then we have the Cloud Megatron kind of coming in, and then we get Cloud Megatron with Shockwave as a gun, which is pretty cool. The back of the comic, really kind of basic, but pretty cool, pretty neat, pretty fun. I like it. Yes, so here's the package. It's a slide-out package. You actually pull the figure out of the side, which is pretty cool. We got Transformers Cloud at the top. It says Takara Tomy. He is TFC D03. We've got the Guardians of Time logo, some little blue-haired person there. Shockwave, Decepticon Shockwave. Pretty cool stuff. I am digging it. Just kind of a close-up. Ah, yes, 30th anniversary, Transformers Cloud. There we have Shockwave. That super cool logo. I am digging that. Blue-haired freak, Shockwave, very cool stuff. A bunch of Japanese on the bottom. Top of the box says Transformers Cloud. Side of the package has got this nice blue with the Decepticon logo, and then the Guardians of Time. And then it says Shockwave at the bottom, so that's pretty cool. Black and white version of that over here. Very cool. And you just slide this out of the sleeve. Here's the back of the package, which kind of shocked me. Oh, Shockwave shocking me. So we get the basic stuff here. There's a write-up in Japanese as tech specs, which is cool. The robot, the logo, his helicopter mode, his Gerwalker mode, and then it kind of shows off some of the accessories, and then it shows off that gun mode down here that we see in the comics. So this guy's actually a quadruple changer, which is interesting. So, yeah, kind of a close-up of that. So yeah, that is really cool. I am digging that. We're definitely going to have to get him into that mode. Very cool. Here is his stats. There is his write-up. If you can read Japanese, I want to pause and read it. Do it. Shockwave, looking all kinds of cool. Decepticon logo, more Japanese, Transformers Cloud, and that's pretty much the box. Definitely cool. I like it. I think it's a nice looking box. It's different, and yeah, it's pretty high end. I like it. So let's go ahead and get Shockwave out of the package and see what we think. Here we have Shockwave out of the package, and it's a repainted Whirl. I mean, it's a well done repainted Whirl, but it's a repainted Whirl nonetheless. I love the colors. I love the dark purple and the black. The gray and silver paint looks really, really nice. I think they did a good job with it. And yeah, I mean, these giant Decepticon logos and the silver on the forearms look really, really cool. Definitely digging him. I think this was a well done figure. He comes with, instead of the black, he's got these translucent pinkish purple clipper hands, which I wish they would have retooled that, or at least given us an option to clamp on an actual fist. I think that would have looked pretty cool, but maybe we'll get a third-party company to do that. And then the rest of his weapons are all right here. They are this kind of super neon pinkish translucent plastic. They look good, I guess, for this color scheme. Yeah. Now, the thing about them, you're supposed to clamp them onto his legs like you do Whirl, but those are painted silver, and it's so tight it feels like it's going to pull the paint off, and it just doesn't have a very Shockwave look, so I just kind of threw them off to the side. Much like my Whirl figure, I don't put any of those weapons on him in the robot mode. Now, the cool thing is, on this figure, he does have kind of his Shockwave cannon. So you've got where you can pull the piece back in and clamp that on there. That looks kind of cool. And then on the package, it's got this weapon on the other arm. However, I prefer, if I can find it here. Get in there. Here we go. I prefer to mount both of those weapons on the arm that way to kind of give him a more menacing look. I like it, just kind of gives a little something extra to the Shockwave arm. It's supposed to be an impressive cannon, and that just really looks cool to me. Alright, real quick, just kind of a close-up of the figure himself. They did a good job with the repaint. I mean, he's that kind of Cyclops figure, so it was an easy repaint for them. Again, I can't say repaint enough. The colors are really, really awesome, though. This is Shockwave purple. I do appreciate that. Just kind of a close-up. If I can get it to focus. Focus, there we go. I mean, he does look cool. It does look like Shockwave, and again, these Decepticon logos, very nice, very, very cool. And there he is with his big old nasty gun. Got the canopy. I like how the canopy is that kind of pink color as well with the black paint over. That looks really, really cool. And then we've got the feet. So yeah, this guy is pretty rockin'. I like it. I think it's really cool. Is it $100 worth of cool? I don't know. That's a really good question. So let's go ahead and compare Shockwave to Whirl. So here we have Shockwave and Whirl together, and it's funny because the only reason I got this Whirl was because of Caked Up 83, actually. He had done a review on him, and I was on the fence. I wasn't a huge Whirl fan, but it was a nice looking mold, and he's the one that kind of talked me into getting it. And then when I did buy it, I learned they were going to repaint him as Shockwave, so I was very happy about that and could not wait for it. And it finally came around. So these are the two figures side by side. Huge paint differences. The mold is 100% the same. We've got more paint picks actually over here than we do over here. This obviously has the sticker set, which it looks cool, but it was a real pain in the tush to put on. That is for sure. The biggest difference, obviously, silver, gray versus black, neon pink versus black. The helicopter blades are yellow, they're grayish silver over here. The helipad bars at the bottom are silver, black, blue, black, purple, light blue. I mean, those obviously are different. He's got a different color eye here. I think this is red. Yeah, this one's got a red Cyclops eye. That one has a yellow one. And then the plastic on the canopy, where that's the kind of dark, translucent purpley pink with black around it. This is 100% translucent yellow, which is interesting. This one looks a lot better with that black paint around the frame. Makes it look a lot more vehicle-like to me. Here we have a close-up of the two bots together to get a better comparison. And, you know, it's interesting to see the differences a paint job can make on a figure. But when I first saw Whirl, I instantly thought this is going to be a Shockwave repaint easily. And they did do it, but I'm a little disappointed that we did not get one on the retail side for less money. But it is what it is. Here we have Shockwave in his Gerwalker mode, and this has always been a very weird mode to me, very Robotech-like. It's interesting that they did it, they included it, because it does remind me of the fact that the old Jetfire figure was a Robotech-type figure, and there was an alternate figure of that out and about, and as well as a Shockwave, we had a Radio Shack version of Shockwave, which was interesting. So to go back to you know, something like this with a G1 style figure is definitely very interesting, but it's for sure not my favorite mode, but it is a fun mode. Now, I will say I did rearrange the weapons a little bit. I tried to put this missile rack onto this arm like the instructions say, but the clip started to get some white stress fracture points on it, on the translucent plastic, and it really scared me. So I would advise only using the plug ports on these translucent plastic pieces. They look like they could easily snap. So just an FYI. So let's go ahead and compare Shockwave to Whirl in the Gerwalker mode. Alright, so here we have the two bots together in their Gerwalker modes, and Shockwave definitely looks like the bad guy. This could easily be a Robotech scene of good guys versus bad guys and the different decoed vehicles. You know, that's not a bad thing. They definitely look interesting together. While it's not my favorite mode, I think Shockwave pulls it off a little bit better than Whirl. Here we have Shockwave in his helicopter mode, and, well, it's the same exact mode that we get in Whirl, except it's purple. I will say transformation is not bad. It is very stiff. There is no mold degradation in this at all, which is nice, but this is only the second time this mold's been used, so I guess it's got that going for it. I think my biggest gripe about the helicopter mode is there is no Decepticon faction logo on it, because when you fold up the arms for Shockwave, the logos get hidden, and that's a little unfortunate. I suppose you could just put a Decepticon sticker right there on the nose and be okay with it. It definitely helped this figure out a lot. So let's go ahead and do a comparison of Shockwave with Whirl in the helicopter modes. So here we have the two helicopters side by side, and you know, to be honest, I think Whirl pulls the helicopter off a little bit better, and it might be the sticker sets that kind of do it for him. I like the lighter blue on the helicopter. It looks a lot cooler. And I will say that Shockwave's propeller spins a lot better than Whirl's. His is kind of stiff. So I do appreciate that. And here we have Shockwave in his official 4th mode. It is his canon mode that we see in the comics on the back of the box. It is in the instructions, and it's actually not bad. I like it. It's very stable. It's basically the Gerwalker mode upside down with the helicopter bits kind of smashed together. So you turn the helicopter upside down. You're going to leave the arms the way they are. You're going to flip the tail back like it's going into Gerwalker mode. Undo the legs, flip them to go that way, and then you're going to pull this all the way forward to get it to go into this mode. Now the instructions just show the blades back here going back like that. I kind of like them folded out that way. Kind of gives it more of a complete look, I think. And I don't have all of the additional little parts because I'm getting stress marks if I try to connect those pieces, so I just put 2 of them on there. We get this really nice barrel, very cool, very nice. I do like it. It's pretty cool, definitely pretty cool. Now, he's a little too short for the leader class Megatron, which was kind of a bummer. I was hoping that was going to work, but he does work with the Voyager size figures, and that is really, really cool. I am digging that. In case you're wondering, Whirl does also transform into this mode. So here we have Whirl in the cannon mode or gun mode, and man, it actually does look pretty cool. I'm going to put Shockwave back over here to the corner. Yeah, I mean, he kind of looks a little more militaristic than the Shockwave figure does. I think he's got more of a gunmetal color than Shockwave does, and it is pretty cool. I am digging him. So if you're looking to do something different with your Whirl figure, there you go. Not a bad alternate mode at all. And it's kind of cool to have a quadruple changer that you didn't even know about. Alright, let's go ahead and get these cannons in use and see how they look with a bot. Here we have the Voyager class Transformers Prime Megatron with the upgrade kit and Dark Star Saber, and he looks pretty cool sitting behind Shockwave there. I will say that. I really, really do like it. You know, it's really kind of meant, I think, to go with the Cloud Megatron, but this one works just fine for me. And just for fun, here we have Whirl with Mania King, aka not Galvatron, who's about a Voyager size figure. And this looks pretty impressive as well. I am really, really digging this cannon mode a lot. And of course, since Whirl's an Autobot, you probably ought to have him with Optimus Prime. This is definitely an Optimus Prime not to mess with. Definitely cool. Definitely digging the cannon mode. Great added feature. I'm glad somebody thought of it. And finally, for all the Rodimus Prime fans, I put one of my Henkei Rodimus figures here. Of course, in the G1 figure, his trailer turned into a mounted cannon like this. So just to kind of see how Rodimus would look. I think the Cloud Rodimus would look a lot better with this cannon, since it's kind of a Voyager class and it would match the Megatron pretty well. So is Cloud Shockwave a figure you want in your Transformers collection? That's a good question. While I really do like this figure, I think that it's a fun mold. I think it's an interesting and different mold for Shockwave. It is just a repainted version of Whirl. Now, a damn well repainted version of Whirl, to be said, but a repaint nonetheless. So, that being said, plus the price tag on this is pretty high. You're going to be paying anywhere from $50 to $70 for this figure. And if you like the import Takara figures, if you can get it, I think if you can get it under $70, if you can get it closer to the $50 price range, this is way more of an easy price to swallow. At $70 plus shipping to get it over in the US for $100, I don't know if it's worth that much fun, to be honest. I am glad that I did get it. I am a Shockwave fan and a fan of this mold, so I don't feel ripped off, but I don't think it was a value per se either. So I'm going to say if you can get it for $50 to $70 shipped, sure, if you're a Shockwave fan, you're going to like this to get a Takara import. If it's anything over $70, you have to be a die-hard Shockwave fan, or you have to like to collect all the Takara and import series figures, or you're trying to complete a Cloud collection. So yeah, there he is, Shockwave from Transformers Cloud. If you guys like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. What do you think of this figure? Do you have him? Are you thinking about getting him? I'd love to hear your comments down below. Again, thank you so much for sharing my videos and subscribing to my channel. I really do appreciate that. And as always, look for more videos in the future.